Yo, 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 what up, peeps? As the title says, this is gonna be a short stream. I got stuff gotta do between 7 and 8. Again today. They'll probably only do like 2 runs, if I had to guess. I ate too much food, man. One day I'd actually like to learn the lyrics to that song instead of just fucking going to the beat of it. I don't know. Anyways. Alright. So yeah, yesterday I was talking about my vacation. I never finished the whole vacation, so I'll finish that today, in a minute. But first I want to say, so I went to the doctor, and I got prescribed more prednisone, which is like weird, because like prednisone's like really bad for you, like if you're like on like the long, because like what steroids do, people don't realize this, is like they suppress your immune system. So like poison ivy, for example, the whole reason like it itch, poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, the whole reason like those itch is because like your immune system is like attacking it, and like that's like its like response to being attacked by your immune system is to itch. And then on top of that, like you sit there and itch it, and it like puts out that like liquid, that ooze or whatever, and that's how it spreads. So like the steroids, like they suppress like that reaction of like that ooze coming out and spreading it, which is like why it's like so effective at killing it. Because it's basically like, so like you don't get poison ivy like unless you're allergic to it, and like that's like your body's like immune system reaction to like you being allergic to it. From my understanding, like I'm not like a medical professional, so everything I'm saying take with a grain of salt. So I got prescribed more prednisone, which is like a mild steroid, and like I got the prescription filled, and like the pharmacist was like asking questions about it, because like she was like worried about like me being on prednisone for so long and everything, and was like, yeah, the doctor prescribed it. She's like, you told him that you filled the other one, right? And I was like, yeah, I did. You can call him and ask if you want. And yeah, so I'll start taking that tomorrow. I took I forgot I'm gold capped. I already took one today before I went to the doctor. It's like, it's almost gone, but like I still like wake up like itching with it, and like it's like the 2 spots like on my left leg still seep like the liquid. So I was like usually by this time, like not even 8 days in, like halfway through like the taper dose, like I won't be like having like that liquid anymore. So like that's like what concerns me, is that like it's been 16 days and I still have that liquid coming out. So that's a thing, and then like the other thing too that happened today. Well, actually, there's 3 things that happened today as well. So I took the my mattress, like my car camping trip. I bought this like memory foam mattress for my car, and I bought the wrong size of it because like I watched the video. He like linked the wrong size, and so I just clicked the link and click buy instead of switching like the size that he said like in the video. So I mean, my fault obviously, but like I unpacked and tried putting my car and everything just didn't fit, and I had to pack like in a box to try to like ship it back for like the return, and then they're like, oh, you know, if it's already been like unpackaged, like don't try to ship it back, just go donate it. Well, come to find out that like no one accepts mattress donations anymore for whatever reason. Probably because like, if I had to guess, like bed bugs, if I had to guess. So it's kind of amusing because part of me was just like, you know, I might as well just like keep it because, you know, if I ever have people spend the night, that way they'll have somewhere to sleep or whatever. Like I slept on it, like it's fine to sleep on for like, you know, a while. Like not that one, but like I slept on the cot size, the smaller one, and yeah, so I go to Goodwill and, you know, I'm just like, yeah, I'm here to return a mattress, or to donate a mattress, and they're like, hey, we can't accept mattresses anymore. I was like, what? They're like, you know, we're not even supposed to like let you use our trash and throw it away. I was like, and she's like, just go to Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, well, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm trying to get like my money back from it, from like an Amazon return. They said if I donate it, I'll get like 100% refund. And she's just like, you know, she's like, what we can do is if you donate any item, we'll just give you a receipt, and then like you can write on there, you know, memory foam mattress or whatever. And I was like, hells yeah. So I like literally went to my car and grabbed some like winter gloves and donated those. Which, but like I got them from work, so like I've like worn them like maybe, I don't know, twice. Because like they're like really thin, so like usually like, I'm just gonna like wear like thicker gloves or no gloves. And quite frankly, the reason I kept like wearing them was more so just like when I had like painted nails, like to like hide my painted nails from like coworkers, and you know, kind of use like the winter thing as an excuse. But anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I got the receipt. I haven't like filled it out and like submitted it yet, so hopefully that goes well. And then like I saw like an ad on Facebook the other day for Pizza Hut's got a deal right now, not sponsored, and for a large 5-topping pizza. And I think Pizza Hut pizza sucks, and I really wish I would remember like how bad it sucks. Because like I was like, whatever, it's $10, like that's cheap for pizza, you know, like most pizza are like $20, so like literally twice that much, and like let alone that's like for like a 1-topping pizza, not like 5-topping. And they had pan pizza too, which I love pan pizza, like soft fluffy crust, you know, like that's like my weakness. Dude, it is fucking awful. Like I think like Pizza Hut is like literally like the second worst pizza I've ever had in my life. And I say that like literally, like the worst pizza I've ever had in my life is Magic Mountain. And like Magic Mountain's like the only pizza I've never, like I didn't finish, and I had like no desire to finish or like take home and like, you know, try to finish. So, and I even like made a post on Facebook about this, about like Pizza Hut's so bad. Like I'm like, as the post is like, as much as people dunk on Little Caesars, I think Pizza Hut is worse. Even like when you factor in the price. Oh wait, the price is in Little Caesars' favor. I didn't like I got like a brownie too, because like most pizza places, I say most because like it was all before Pizza Hut, but like they have like really good desserts. Like a lot of times, like they make these like cookies and like brownies like in these like cake pans, like sheet pans, and like it cooks them so well, man. Like whoever like decided like that idea is a fucking genius. But like Papa John's and Jets and Domino's, like they all have like really good desserts, like cookie desserts and brownie desserts. But yeah, so I got like a brownie from Pizza Hut too, and it is like by far the most chocolatey of chocolate fucking brownies I've ever had in my life, which I'm not a huge chocolate fan. And then on top of that, it's like literally like fucking stuck to like the pan that they cook it in. So like it's basically just like tearing off like the top 80% of it, and then like you can't cut it and like, you know, scoop out like pieces like you normally serve like brownies or whatever. It's a fucking mess. And then like on top of that, like I have this like bad habit of like looking at calories after I eat something. And I, of course, like I ate like, you know, 90% brownie, like the parts that could get off and everything. And like, dude, it's like 230 times 8 calories. It's so bad for you. And I was just like, dude, like the fucking brownie from Jets like tastes better. It's like not nearly that bad for as bad for you, and like, you know, like less calories. Like it's crazy to me. Dude, you guys are fucking annoying. Hello. Double crit that dude. Anyways, so I end up going with this because like I was like already like right next to that Pizza Hut, like went to like Goodwill, and so I go to Pizza Hut and I'm like, I know my pizza's not gonna be like ready at that point, so I was just like, and I see this place called Watan, W-A-T-A-N, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Like, I've never seen that before. Like, because I used to like live in that area, and so I'm like pretty like familiar with like everything. Like literally like when I said like, lived in that area, like a quarter mile from like that Pizza Hut and everything. Like I could walk there back in the day if I wanted to punish myself in the Pizza Hut. And yeah, so I go in this place, like after like looking at like Google Maps like real quick, and it's got like a 5.0 out of like 110 star rating, or out of like 110 like ratings, and I was like, Jesus, like a 5.0 is like, that's nutty, you know? And I go in there, man, and like this, there's this like legit like 10 out of 10 girl, like a fucking absurdly like cute girl, like probably like 5'4", like that whole like slim thick build, like clearly like dark hair, but like because like the roots are dark, but like dyed blonde, but like a tan skin, but like not like a light tan skin, like you can tell she's like naturally like a tan girl, but like, you know, it's wintertime, so she hasn't like gotten like tan, and just like gorgeous, man. And she's got this thick accent, like and I can't place it. And I'm just like looking at like all this stuff in here. I'm like, I have like no idea like what any of this stuff is. Like they have like these like little like rolls that like they kind of look like a red velvet or pumpkin roll, but like instead of like being like a thick bread, it's like a thin bread, and then like instead of being like frosting, it's like jelly. And like I was like, I don't know what this is, but like it looks good, and like I can tell it's like strawberry flavor or cherry flavor, which I love strawberries and cherries. Like that's like that weakness, like a dessert's that and cinnamon. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know, like what any of this stuff is. Like, what is this? Like, and she's just like, oh, we have samples. And she's like, if you want to try any flavors, just let me know. And she's like, literally like she probably gave me like 4 pieces of this stuff to try, and like, because I was just like, yeah, I just like want like, you know, like a little bit of it, like, you know, to take home and try or whatever. And like, there's like all these like nuts like that are flavored, and there's all these like candies that like aren't labeled, and like they look vaguely familiar, but like not like stuff I've seen like at like, you know, like any other candy store. She's like, oh no, we import those from like Pakistan and everything. And I was like, oh, like it's like a Middle Eastern place. And I was like, oh, you guys have coffee too? I'll take some coffee. And she's like, what type of coffee? And I was just like, well, like a dark roast. Like, and she's just like, she's like, how much? And I'm just like sitting there thinking, because I got a coffee grinder, and it's like measured in ounces, like the coffee grinder. So I'm like 4 ounces, and she's like, what is that, like pounds? And I was like, I don't know, like a quarter pound. Like, and like, and she's like, it's from it's Uzbek or something like that. I don't know, like Ubus. I swear it was like a U word. And I was like, I don't know, it smells good, I'll try it. So like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm spending like fucking like $60 here, and like ended up being like $25, and that was like with like all these fucking like free samples, and like I didn't want to stop talking to this girl. She's super friendly. She's fucking like adorable as hell. And so I didn't even like look at like half the store, and like all like the samples I had, like except there's a Dubai chocolate. I don't really like chocolate. So like I didn't like that one, but like everything else I had, I was like, oh my god, it's so good. So I'm 100% going back there, but like that was like by far the highlight of my day. Like, I'll have to like post a picture of this stuff. Like I have no idea like what it's called or anything like that. And she's like asking me if I wanted like a menu or like a calendar to take home, and I'm just like, and like I look at it, it's like a Ramadan calendar. I'm just like, no, I'm good, thank you though. Like, let me get a calendar. I think like they had to be like new, man. Like this place, like it was so like shiny, and like it had like that super fresh like look to it. And like I said, I've never seen it before, but I didn't take any pictures of anything yet. But like, if you like look, it's called like W-A-T-A-N. I'm assuming it's like pronounced like Watan. Latin, Watan, something, I don't know. Probably Watan. And it's in Hilliard, Ohio. But yeah, I didn't like check like the back shelf if they had like more pastries like back there, because I was just like so like I ended up like buying, I bought like 2 assorted bags of the candies too. So I bought like the they call it like a 10 of the like little like roll things, like probably like, I don't know, 6 flavors or so, and like some of them 3 and some of them like 1. So good though. I haven't even tried the coffee yet, but I'm not like the biggest like coffee snob. Like I drink coffee and I like coffee and I know what's like good coffee, but like comparing good coffee, like I can't do that. I'm too much of like a casual when it comes to that stuff. Red slicer? Red slicer. Percents? 20% beasts. That's not what it is. We'll keep that ray gun, even though it's only 15%. I could go up to 25%, and if it's like dark or hell, it'd be like worth it. So yeah, that's like basically my day so far. I gotta meet my buddy. He borrowed my my VR headset like when I was on vacation, because you want to test it. Like he's like, he wants to like build like a sim racing rig. He used to have like one, and like he was like, it was like a simpler one like back in the day. So now he's like sitting there talking to me. He's like not sure if he wants to do like a 3-monitor setup, like or a VR setup. Back in the day, like it was like never that advanced. It was always like single monitor stuff. I think he had a TV on his actually, not a monitor. So I gotta go pick that up though, because he's gonna be like on my side of town. Just kind of like annoying that I have to go pick it up and he's not just dropping it off or whatever. It's a 5-minute drive. I just thought about that. It's just like, you borrowed it from me, bro. You should be returning it to me, not me picking it up. What else? Oh, so I got my call about work. Yeah, I go back like on the 23rd, I think it is. And I keep guessing that. I should know that, you know, for sure. But anyways, yeah, I went back to extra board. I'll be like 15th out of 20. I still have people below me. The only thing that sucks about like that positioning is that like you're kind of like at the mercy of dispatch in a way, because like you can't force yourself to stay on like days, and sometimes like dispatch like won't let you just like stay on nights, which I don't want to be on nights anyways. I'd rather just stay on days. So it kind of sucks in that regard, but like I'll have like quite a few people under me. So like if like a run pops up that like I don't want, I'll be able to pass it. Which is always nice, obviously. The unfortunate thing is, you know, with the vacation and plans I have like later for the year, like I can't really afford to pass on like a lot of work, so I will be like picking up like more or less as much as I can. At least until I have everything paid up and my you know, enough to pay off everything, you know. The good news about that that trip like later on this year, because I'm going to, I don't think I've talked about this, but I'm probably going to Universal Studios like in Orlando, Florida with my brother and his family. You know, my sister-in-law, and my 2 nephews. I've never been to Universal. I've wanted to go, because, one, they have Super Mario Land nowadays, and that just sounds fucking awesome. I'm a huge, like, Nintendo fan. I hope they have, like, other Nintendo stuff, too. I hope it's not just Mario, because, like, I'm, like, more of a Zelda fan. But even if it is just Mario, I'll be happy. And then Harry Potter Land, or Harry Potter World, or whatever, the Wizard World. Like, I know Harry Potter's slightly problematic now because of J.K. Rowling bullshit, but I still am a Harry Potter fan, like, of, like, the movies, and... You know, anything with dragons, like, I'm a sucker for. Like, it's, like, the simplest way I can put it. Like, for like a while, like I was like literally like going through and just playing games that like I knew had dragons in them, and being like, this is like the best dragon fight or dragon experience. There's some games that like let you play as a dragon, like I can't think of the name of that game now. Like the before Baldur's Gate, there was like that same type of game, but made by I want to say it might have been in the same studio as Baldur's Gate, but like that Divinity. That's the name of it. Divinity. There's like an action RPG Divinity game that like spoiler alert, like the end of like the first act, you get the ability to turn into a dragon, and like there's like this like dragon aerial combat, and it's fucking sick. Like for how like jank like the melee combat is, like the rest of the game, like the dragon stuff is like awesome. So like I found that game, and like it kind of like, you know, and obviously like Phantasy Star Online has dragons in it, like multiple dragons. One of my favorite ever dragon fights is Onyxia from World of Warcraft, like, which, you know, it's just like all this stuff that's like super cool, you know, like. And then I was going to play like Inquisition, and then I think that's like the last game that I didn't end up playing it, but I bought it, and I think that's like when I came back to PSO. Like to give you an idea of like how long ago this was, but anyway, so yeah, like that's like why like I love Harry Potter. It's just like a cool, like, little setting, you know? Like, I'm not like one of those people that's like obsessed with like Harry Potter or like Hermione or anything like that. And like the whole like wand idea has always like kind of like made me like laugh fucking like in fantasy. But yeah, like I still. I still want to go there and everything. And I don't even know what else is there. I'm like, because it's like, I thought like all the Marvel stuff was there. But then like I thought like DC stuff was there. I don't even know anymore. So yeah. And then like I think it's like the week before or after that, I can't remember. Week before, after? No, it's after. Is the Disc Golf World Championship up in Detroit. Which I already bought tickets for. Like I bought a VIP ticket for that, which was like fucking $1,000 or some shit like that. So it's like all these things, like, I mean that's already paid for, but. And then like I have to worry about buying a plane ticket too for that trip down to Orlando for Universal and back, obviously, because it's a little far for a drive. Although my brother would probably love me if I drove. Well, I don't know about that because you can't really squeeze the 5 of us in a car. I knew it. That was pretty good, aside from like a slight misplay. Pick it up because it's gonna get in the way if I don't. to lock on for sure. Like that hits, but like the other one doesn't. It's weird to me. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for like the rest of the year. Honestly, like I can't imagine I'm gonna do more vacationing other than that. So it's probably just gonna be like work and that. The other thing too is I found out like that insurances are starting to accept my health insurance. Insurances. Psychiatrists are starting to accept my health insurance now. So I did like look for a psychiatrist because it's been like 7 years since I talked to one, and it used to help out like quite a bit. Like, you know, I've been like pretty good for like the past, you know, years and everything, but like, I don't know, it still helps, you know, talk about things you don't really want to talk about with you know, other people. There's a lot of people who believe that, you know, therapy will help anyone. You don't have to be depressed, you don't have to be anxious, you don't have to have any disorders or anything like that. Mental health, you can just, you know, it's good for everyone. So, and I'm one of those people. So, figured if I can find one that's, you know, decently priced and close to me, then try it again for a while. Like I said, this is gonna be my. I'm only doing 2 runs a day. I know, like I said, short stream. Did I not update? I did not update. It's updated now. I just realized, like, because like Stream Elements will post like the title and chat for the stream, and whatever reason, I posted like the one from yesterday in there. So yeah, to finish my vacation story from yesterday, I think I was like in Santa Cruz last, or maybe like on the way to Santa Cruz. I can't really remember, but like, so Santa Cruz, there's another disc golf course there called De La Viega that I wanted to play. Like the term, there's a term in disc golf called getting de-la'd. And like that's like if your disc like you hit like close like to where you want to hit, but the disc like gets up and rolls because like you're on like a plateau or like on a hillside or whatever. That's from De La Viega, and so like I want to play that course, you know. And I think it's also the course that's been on the national tour like the longest, like the pro circuit, like, you know, basically like where the pros play. I say national tour, but it was like. First it was like National Tour, then it was like a League Series, and like now it's like a Disc Golf Pro Tour. And then like there's like also like a Prodigy Tour. There's like a European Tour. Like it's a mess now, but you know, back in the day when the sport was smaller, it's like literally just a national tour. So I played that course. It kind of got ruined. Like my experience also kind of got ruined because of the like this like they've got this like winter like tournament like layout because of they say it's to preserve like the grass and everything. So this like iconic hole called I-5 is shut, like you can't play that hole. Like there's no basket like in the ground, and a couple of other baskets are out too that like I vividly remember from the coverage. There's this like absurdly brutal round like where like Paul Macbeth, like the GOAT Paul Macbeth, and Riku Asaki are in the same card, and they're playing De La, and it is just downpouring the whole fucking round, and it's like it's just miserable, and like yeah, like they both get like De La quite a few times, and it's a very, very good round, but like it's like one of those grounds you can tell like those guys are kind of like pissed off to be there, but you know it's like their job and everything. But there's like this whole like where I want to say it was Paul Macbeth. He hit close to the basket, and he had to have rolled like 100 feet, and like he nails this fucking putt like from like 100 feet like up a hill. It was like so impressive, like. And that hole was like not there, and I was like, oh, I was like you can see like, you know, like the tee, like obviously they don't take the tee pads out because they're concrete like on the ground, and like you know like where the basket is, but you just can't, you know, putt out. So I played the hole kind of, but yeah, there's also a shot there called the top of the world, like where you're like stories and stories up, like I don't know, probably 2-3 stories up, 2.5 stories, 3 stories up, somewhere around there, and you throw it down, and it's like a 400-something foot shot. And I didn't know this because I was like aiming towards like the wrong basket. I was like aiming towards a practice basket because like you can see like the practice basket from the tee pad, you can't see like the basket you're actually aiming for. And I ended up aiming it in circle 1, but I thought like the shot was just like way short, you know. The guy's like, oh, that was a great shot, man. I was like, thanks, I threw 2, but... like, one was, like, way short, and then, like, the other one was circle 1, and I missed the putt. I was like, of course I missed the putt. But he got 2 on, like, one of the most iconic holes in disc golf, and failed. So I ended up... I should also mention I spent the night in Santa Cruz. And, like, so car camping, like... it's pretty simple, right? Like you either, like there's like a few different ways like to look at it. You try to like stealth camp, as they call it, and like you just park in spots like where, you know, a normal car's park, and you act like you're just like a normal car parked there for the night, right? Like no one's in there. Like it's like the idea of stealth camping, right? And then there's like the whole idea of like, hey, let's park like in like a Walmart parking lot, which allows like overnight parking, and you don't have to be like as obvious that you're not camping your car because like they allow it, you know. And then there's like the whole like BLM camping, which is like you're basically like a hiker, but instead of camping like in a tent or like, you know, raw dog camping like under the starlight, you're just, you know, sleeping in your car instead. So Santa Cruz does not have a Walmart, but they do have like a Target that's like in a strip mall, and like half the things in the strip mall like aren't there anymore. Like they're like, you know, closed down because they failed or whatever. And I'm sitting there thinking like I'm gonna get to Target. You know, Target closes at 11 and opens up at 8 or whatever, just like a Walmart does. So I should be fine to camp there. But then I was sitting there, like, the Walmart parking lot is, like, lit up like a fucking NFL stadium. So I was like, I'd probably sleep fine there, but it's also, like, this, like, 3-story parking garage. And, like, every time, like, a car, like, comes on and goes, like, out, like, it kind of, like, vibrates, like, the whole thing. So I was, like, sitting there thinking, I'm like, I probably won't get, like, the best sleep there. So I was just, like, I was parked to the store that's next to the Target, you know? That, you know, and it's like a store that's like no longer there, like the failed business or whatever. And yeah, like I saw like a security guard go by me a couple times, and I fell asleep, I don't know, like probably right around 11, and around like 1:30 p.m. or 1:30 a.m. I got what they called knock. Security guard knocked on the window. Can't be here overnight. No overnight parking. And I was, you know, obviously like I was very apologetic, and he's just like, yeah, like a lot of people, they sleep across the street, like, you know, at the McDonald's. And I was like, really, a fucking McDonald's? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, McDonald's, you know, closes at like a lot of time, like really late in the night, and opens up really early in the morning for breakfast. And like, you know, I have like the idea of like, I don't want to be like in a place that is open, you know? I don't want to, like, take a parking spot from a potential customer. Or, like, you know, like, make the property, like, seem, like, worse because they have people, like, loitering, you know? So, of course, I go over there, and, like, it's like a Whole Foods, and, like, right next to McDonald's. And, like, there's... The thing that, like, annoyed me is, like, there's, like, no overnight parking signs posted there, but there, like, wasn't, like, at the, like, the strip mall. And I was like, that's fucking weird. So I was like, but then I saw, like, a camper over there, and I saw, like, other cars that, like, look kind of like they're car camping, but you know, sometimes you can't tell, like, unless you go up or whatever. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna trust this guy at face value. And, yeah, ended up sleeping there, woke up, like, early, and ended up being fine. But, yeah, so that's, like, the only time I got knocked down was in Santa Cruz, in the parking lot. Didn't say anything about, you know, no overnight parking. And then, like, when I was, like, in LA... Like, there's quite a few, like, Walmarts, like, in LA, so I was gonna car camp, like, in LA, because, you know, all these, like, Walmarts and everything, and, but, like, they had security guards, like, patrolling, like, constantly, too, so I do, like, wonder if I would have car camped in LA, like, if I would have got kicked out, because, like, that's, like, I was, like, reading about that, like, afterwards, that, like, a lot of people just, like, if they see security, they'll just, like, find, like, a new spot, so... You live and learn. That's like the only time I got knocked though, like the whole trip. So yeah, I went to that De La Viega like in the morning because like that was the whole thing. Is like I wanted to camp like near that course so I could go to De La in the morning and then go to San Francisco at night and play or in the evening, afternoon, whatever. And then this is like a 2-hour drive, an hour-and-a-half drive, and because there's a very famous course like in the Golden State Park, or Golden Gate Park in San Francisco that I also like wanted to play, and that ended up being like my favorite course like the whole time I was like out there. It's they call it park style golf because you know there's like walking paths and like it's like in a public park and everything. So you know sometimes you're going to be interrupted by you know pedestrians who aren't playing disc golf, and like sometimes like it's like the tee pads and like the baskets are close to each other, and like you're kind of throwing like sometimes across like each other's fairways, and sometimes like you're throwing towards each other, and like that's like basically what Columbus is like known for, is like park style golf. A lot of times like the park style golf like it's very like open, and then like they'll have like you know a few trees basically to force you to shape your shot and like to avoid. And as long as you avoid those, you're getting like an easy par, and you know, hopefully birdie. But like, it's like one, like that course should not exist. Like, as like densely populated as like San Francisco is, like it's crazy that course is like able to exist. And then two, like all the shot shapes are like, there's like enough elevation that like all the shot shapes are like different, and like you know it's like more wooded than like a traditional like, park style golf course, and it's gorgeous. Like it's like very like lush green, vibrant green. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's like literally one of my favorite courses I've like ever played. And like it kind of sucked because like I played so much disc golf in like such a short time. I think it was like 4 rounds in 3 days. That like my body was just like giving up at that point, and you know that's like on top of being at a calorie deficit, on top of like sleeping in like the non-ideal conditions, and then like, oops, you know, and like all that stuff, and then like on top of that, you know, burning out like extra calories doing like walking around doing touristy stuff too. You know, it's not just disc golf. So because I was gonna like hike like there's this path there, like in the Golden Gate Park, that you can like basically go this overlook that like looks to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you know, I thought like, you know, like that'd be kind of cool, but like I guarantee like there's no way my body could have handled it at that point. You know, I just like no. And on top of that, like I didn't realize like the Golden Gate Park is like basically west and east, like it's like split down the middle by this like road, and like I went to like the east side, I think, and people are just like the parking's like a madhouse, and there's all these fucking Waymos everywhere, like these automated taxis, and like I'm just like freaking out about trying to find a spot. I don't know how busy this course is going to be, because it's like you know, UDisc with the disc golfing app, so it's going to be absurdly busy. So I just like find a spot, and I'm just like, you know, fuck it, I'll walk, you know, like I'll find a spot, and I'll just like walk like a mile or whatever the course. And that's what I ended up doing. Like I walked like just over a mile to get to like the closest hole. I didn't even start on hole 1, I started like hole 13 or something like that. And then it was like, I get like to hole 1, and there's like all sorts of street parking available on that side, and I was like, god damn it, dude. So I like, kind of like fucked myself over in a way, but whatever. It's not like walking hurts, you know. And like, yeah, so I didn't like want to do, and like, you know, play 2 rounds of disc golf. In like spring, like off and on sprinkling like rain, you know. So I didn't like want to like do anything after that, because I'm just like I'd have to take a shower for like 1, and then, you know, by the time I take a shower it's gonna be dark out, and I've heard like, you know, there's like some like less than ideal areas of San Francisco, so I was like slightly worried about this, and so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to my next destination, which is like the Redwood Forest up in like further like north in California, and that's like stopping across the Golden Gate in a town called Sausalito to get food, which is like way overpriced and like just alright, nothing great. Pizza if you're curious, and tiramisu. And, yeah, like, dude, like, I would hate to be a truck driver in, like, towns like that, man. Sausalito is just fucking crazy, like, people always talk about, like, Pittsburgh and shit like that, like, with, like, the windy roads and narrow roads, like, the fucking steep curve. Like, Sausalito is fucking crazy, like, about that stuff. And it's like crazy too, because like San Francisco's like built like a grid. That's the other thing, man. Like those hills, like in San Francisco, people, they're a lot crazier than people talk about. Like they're so steep, man. And I didn't drive up the or down like the curvy like road that's like really famous in San Francisco. I can't think of what it's called. But I did drive by it, so I saw it and everything. It's very pretty. They have like these like little flower beds and everything. And plus, like with like the coastal highway, I'm just like, I've driven so many curvy roads already. Like, do I really need to drive down like another curvy road? You know. It's kind of like what I was thinking. I mean, a little different, but Same idea, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, then I was gonna stay on this this beach up on up there, and then I get the the service road or whatever to get to the beach. It's closed down. I guess they close it down sometimes in the winter. I don't know if it was weather related, or what, but so then I was kind of freaking out of where to stay, and ended up finding I drove way it sucks because you don't have service a lot of time when you're on that coastal highway. So you don't know one where you're gonna get gas next, or where the next time you're gonna see civilization or anything like that. So I had my GPS set to that spot. So at that point I'm just okay, well I know my next destination's north. I guess I'll just head north. I don't know what else to do. And luckily you're running a service later on, but it's kind of crazy that still happens in 2026. The craziest thing to me is the whole time you're driving on, I can't remember what road that is, whatever's heading west out of Los Angeles or Las Vegas to Los Angeles. There's always signs that say call this number if you don't have service or whatever. If you look around, your service goes away, report a service, no service area or whatever. So it's just it's crazy that exists, and then on the coastal highway you don't have service 90% of it. And it's funny too, because a lot of the car campers, they do talk about having an old school Atlas book or whatever. And I kind of blew it off. Yeah, dude, everyone's got fucking phones, and if you're smart enough, you're gonna have a charger pack for your phone, and just obviously should listen to people who are more advanced about doing what I did than I am, but hindsight's 20/20, right? Yeah, so from there I went to up to the Redwoods. I visited those. It's cool. It's basically what I expected. They're very pretty. It's miles and miles of these massive trees and forest and everything. It's cool looking. I can't really say much more about it than that, it's nothing mind-blowing. I guess some of these trees, the height of them is pretty mind-blowing, but it's not absurd, And it's hard to put it in scale too, because I show people pictures and they're I don't know what the fucking scale is, and I was yeah, you see that walking path right there? That's a normal sized walking path for one person can fit between those trees. That fucking tree that's down is 15 feet tall. So yeah, so from there I went to eastwards, because I was basically on the home path at that point. So I set the GPS for Reno, and when I did that, the I think it was I-80 was closed all over, tons and tons of road closures, and so they had me rerouted to, I think it was I-70 scenic route or something like that. And they call it a scenic route because like you're basically weaving in and out of mountains, you know, very windy path, and you're constantly driving like with like a river like on like, you know, one side of the other, and like there's like all these like dams and everything, like, you know, power dams. Very, very pretty, and it was like pretty like normal for like the first like few hours like of the drive, and then like just started snowing, man, and did not stop snowing. Just kept snowing and snowing and snowing. And it got to the points like where like I was like going like 40 miles an hour, like in a 60, and just like still feel like I'm going too fast, and like it was and then like I'm sitting there like reading about like all like these like weather signs, be like, you know, tune into radio when flashing or whatever, and you know, I tune into it, and it's just like, you know, these counties tire chains are required on these roads, and I was like, oh boy, I don't have tire chains. I'm like, it's like to have to buy tire chains for like this like small little trip, you know. I don't know how much like those things cost or anything like that, or like even if like my car is capable of like using them, because it doesn't have like, you know, it's like a little sport, like a hybrid sport car, you know. It's not like it's not a sport car. It's not like really like a sedan. It's kind of like between the two. And I was like just kind of like worried the whole time, and like, yeah, like it's just all these accents like, you know, popping up on Google Maps and everything. And you know, I was gonna stop in like Reno for the night, and then like you know, I stopped there and I got food and everything, and I had to get an oil change, so I got that in Reno as well, and you know, a quick Valvoline, and sorry, there's this spammer. I blame you for the spammer getting stuck in a starved party. And yeah, I ended up getting food in Reno, and like I didn't want to stop or anything, because like I like looked, and like there was like a shit ton of like weather like coming towards Reno as well. Like all like the weather I just basically escaped getting to Reno, and like, you know, got stuck in like a little bit of it. Like more of it was coming, and so I was like very, very nervous that like if I stayed in Reno, I was gonna have to stay there multiple nights because of like, the weather. And yeah, sure enough, like, you know, my prediction was accurate. Like if I would have stayed in Reno, like I would have got stuck there for multiple nights. So I drove like way further east, and then find like more BLM land to camp in Wyoming. But like even like westbound of like I-80 was like closed down because of multiple accidents, because like high winds and like snow and everything. So this whole time, basically on the way home, I'm just like, you know, barely beating weather and like getting like lucky that I'm going the direction I am going. And I forgot to mention, I did stop in just east, like past like the Utah border, like just like into Utah, because I like for the one night, I can't remember what night that was. I'm like getting like confused about like my geography and everything, because I wanted to take the Bonneville Salt Flats, and dude, I was like the only person there because there's like more BLM land, but like it was like the only I was the only person like in that whole like BLM land, and it was like so fucking windy, but like I slept like a fucking baby, dude. Oh, there's 2 more runs and we didn't get a drop. So yeah. The reason I've been ranting about this for like 2 days, I'm still not done. 3 hours of ranting about the vacation. But anyways, I probably have like, I don't know, 30 more minutes worth of story to tell is all. But I gotta get going. So, what is today? Thursday. I thought I had an appointment tomorrow. No, I had supposed to get that call block tomorrow. That already happened. He called early. So anyways, yeah, I'll be back probably tomorrow then. Bright and early, more likely. Anyways, bye!